Today's video is about the Vital Farms egg scandal. It's worse than you think. Okay, first off, we're going to look at just this frame in a video at the 2-minute and 36-second mark. Any of you notice something that's borderline deceptive? So let's look at it this way. Ownership structure according to, quote, company filings, and there's a link, I think. And then we have this on a YouTube video called The Vital Farms Egg Scandal is Worse Than You Think by Max German. At 2 minutes and 36 seconds, he does an unconventional graph. That's usually a bad sign, but let's look at this for a minute. Almost 40% and almost 20% are between investment groups like Morgan Stanley and Emerald and retail, not insiders or institutions or other holders. Now, what does that translate to? If you're not aware of it, when you leave money at the bank to collect interest in your savings, it gets invested through investment groups and other institutions. Now we have the word insiders used a couple of times here. That's not being well defined. We have Matthew O'Hare. We have BlackRock, which is a big spooky word people use, and that was put at the top, you might have noticed, even though that's 12% interest. That's ownership structure. The ownership structure here is over 60% public, meaning you, me, and anybody else who lends money to the bank. That's why we have a savings account. Some of you who aren't on Wall Street Bets on Reddit, for instance, who actually just invest by having an individual retirement account and mutual funds and whatever. Vanguard Group is named. Wellington Management Group, LLP. Amazon Direct and Associated Funds. Over 60% of it is non-controversial, almost 60%, excuse me. But this video is to be taken seriously. There's more to go around. Let's look up Morgan Stanley, American Multinational Investment Bank and Financial Service Company. And yeah, it has BlackRock, or is it Blackstone, involved in it, because its ownership is split up. And if you look down through here, if you look under its ownership, you'll find out, well, it's all Ohio, but it's not really. Then we go to BlackRock, the big boogeyman. They have a bunch of controversies and such, and people have a problem with them. There's also one called Blackstone. I want to bring up that people sometimes associate Blackstone and BlackRock with some sort of black ops and blah, blah, blah. I understand that. That's fine. It's bullshit, but you can believe what you want. Now we're going to look at the next suspicious thing, ASPCA.org. Okay? And some of the people making arguments concerning Vital Farms egg scandal point to some of their pages, like Shop With Your Heart as ASPCA. This is an archive from 2017. You can look at the current version and this archive version and see if there's any differences. Have they changed their story over the last almost decade? Then we go here. This one is from 2019. This is the one that's linked most, and it says meat, eggs, etc., understanding chicken labels. And it shows the chicken label thing. Now, again, that was in 2019, and here we are in 2024. This is when this story actually came up with the Vital Farms, and it was still up. It's even linked if you look it up on Reddit. Almost the same thing. And now, the ASPCA has decided to protect the page. You do not have permission to access the page. Security with the ASPCA means redacting information. So ASPCA, instead of that, why don't you just redirect to this archive or even archive.org's copy? Because apparently either A, you're doing a cover-up, or B, people were slamming their underfunded website and it was causing crashes. Now, what is this all about? The eggs being produced have a demonstratively lower food value, or they're not as healthy for people, or whatever. Did you know that chickens are omnivores and sometimes cannibals? If you raised them on a actual, what would you call it again? A pasture-raised egg farm, you'd find out that they eat bugs. What happens if you keep them on an area that's under your control, as in you own the ground, you're not literally free-ranging them on an open plain out in Missouri or something? They eventually kill off all the bugs and everything else that makes them have really good food value for meat and for chicken eggs, and because they're very effective at wiping out bug populations, and suddenly they're not producing as much food. Now we're going to look over here, just over to the right here. Caden Kraser, I visited a true pasture-raised egg farm. Now I want you to look at it and see if you have a problem with the one he has from 3 months ago. Maybe it's the same one. You'll notice there's a chicken feeder, little tower thing in the middle, and there's a fence around it. You can go look up the video. I'll provide a link, I guess. But yeah, if you keep them in a limited area, even if it's enormous, even if it seems generous, they're going to wipe out all the bugs. They're going to eat all the plants that have a large variety. There's going to be one plant or another that's dominant that maybe they're not even eating, and you're going to end up using a chicken feeder tower like that that is filled with whatever food you give them. The Vital Farms egg scandal or controversy is based on them not letting the animals die off naturally like they would if they wiped out all the bugs in an area and ate all the plants. Yeah, that's what happened. Prove me wrong in your comment section. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. This is a nothing burger. Follow the media. No. Follow the money. Who benefits most by stirring this up? Who is their direct competitor? And why would they want them downed? Bye.